Backpedaling, long ball. Webster Slaughter. He's got the ball. He's down to the 5-yard line. And the Browns have indeed a chance to win it.
I don't like losing. You got to know what it takes to win in the National Football League. And I think we're going to get there. I truly believe that. I think right now we're not.
With the first pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Baker Mayfield.
This is Everything Browns Nation, and now your host, a lifelong diehard Browns fan just like you, here's Corey Boyd.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Everything Browns Nation in Columbus, Ohio. I'm a little tired, you know, but it's all good here in Columbus, Ohio. I know some place where it's not all good, and I think you guys know where that is too. Welcome to Everything Browns Nation. I think you know how this works. Let me know where you're at. Let me know how you're feeling in the comment section. If you watched the Ohio State game yesterday, let me know how you feel about that too, because I feel great. I'm a little tired, but that is okay because I had a blast seeing their misery, and hopefully we can have some more misery today as our Cleveland Browns take on those Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to try to bring the same energy. I'm a little, my voice is a little, but it's okay. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what's going on with you today and where are you watching at, but also, what are you watching on? Is it a tablet? Is it a phone? Are you watching on your TV? Is it an iPhone? And is it Android? Hey, let me know. I want to know. I want to know about you. I need it more in depth. Just let me know. What are you watching on? This is Everything Browns Nation, Fan Chat Nation, every week, 11 to 12 p.m. We appreciate your comments. We will shout you out the best of our ability, and we're also live on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Everything Browns Nation on YouTube. I'm Corey Boyd. Producer G is in the building as well. So here we go. Let's get down to business. Clyde says, what's going on, Corey and producer G? My girl Laura says, good morning. Natasha says, hey, Corey, woof, woof. Steven says, go Buckeyes. Eric Muncie says, I've bet on this game today. If the Browns lose, he has to wear Bengals clothes for the next Browns-Bengals games. If they win, my buddy has to wear Browns clothes. He's feeling dangerous. He's feeling like Baker Mayfield, ladies and gentlemen. He's feeling dangerous. Yes.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
Woo! We all woke up feeling dangerous. I feel you, Eric. Let's go. Laura says, your voice is back. I'm fighting, Laura. For the fans, I'm going to yell until I can't yell anymore. Clyde says, it was amazing. Go Bucks. Brandon says, let's talk NFL, LOL. But if not, let's go Irish. Eric says, Ohio State showed up. OHIO. And Brandon says, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Delaware, Ohio from Eric. Buckeye kicked ass, says Steven. I.O. Mark, Clay, Natasha. Clay is in Piqua, Ohio. Our Browns take on the Cincinnati Bengals. A rivalry that I can't stand them either. Something interesting went on this week that I don't know quite how to feel about it. So I need you guys to help me out. Our great Browns Demarius Randall this week, he had quite an interesting take on this game. AJ Green, who has officially been listed out for this game, earlier this week, we didn't know if AJ Green was going to play. And Demarius Randall came out and said, if AJ Green doesn't play, I quote, the Bengals are going to get their ass beat. I didn't say this. Demarius Randall said this. And this is what he had to say when he was interviewed in his locker room.
I have a lot of respect for him.
Okay.
Do you think he'll play?
I hope he play to make the game a little bit more interesting.
And why do you say that if they don't have him, they're getting their ass beat?
You seen it. You seen what happened last week.
How much does it change their offense if he's out there versus if he's not?
How much it changed their offense?
Yeah.
Oh, big time. I mean, he is definitely a guy that attracts the double team. I mean, a guy that opened up a lot of their running lanes, and I mean, he's definitely a difference maker out there.
Why are you feeling so confident?
I'm always confident, man. I mean, you must not interview me much time.
All right. I think we have Baker Mayfield. Steven says he wondered if Baker woke up feeling dangerous today. Well, I think he did. I think he woke up feeling dangerous today.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
Woo! That gets me pumped up every time. Brandon says he loves it. He loves that Demarius came out like that. This was my first reaction to when I heard this.
What?
That was mine. What? In the great words of Stone Cold Steve, what?
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 Really, Demarius Randall? That's how you feel. Now, I know people love confidence. They love their players being brash and, yeah, go out there. Let's kill them. Woo! We're going to beat them. We're going to beat them down. I get it. I understand. I get it. Now, let's take a lesson from yesterday, a little bit about 24 hours ago. Let's rewind the clock 24 hours ago. All right? Now, I'm a Browns fan. I try to keep it real. Let's look at the team up north 24 hours ago coming into Ohio State. Yeah, we're going to win. This is our year. Woo! We are great. We're going to win. This is it. Yeah, shut up. You see how that worked out for them. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be the same thing, but, you know, to give them bulletin board material, not only did you say we're going to win, you're going to get your ass beat? No. Really? That's how you feel? Really? I mean, come on. I mean, I know Baker's feeling dangerous, and we came off a great win against Atlanta, but that's how you feel? What?
If you listen, help!
Okay. Seth said guaranteed victories don't always pan out, just as the dude from the team up north. Brandon said confidence, gotta love it. Confidence is great to have. Clay says, and got a beat down. Laura says guaranteed win. She's cracking up in the comment section. And Kawhi is back laughing. Kawhi was laughing at the team up north yesterday. I mean, he was losing his mind. I mean, I'm all for confidence. Don't get me wrong. But to come out, I mean, Cincinnati's season is literally on the line. 2 in a row they've lost. They're 5-5. They're teetering. Just lost to Baltimore and Lamar Jackson when you literally knew he was not going to throw the ball, and you still found the way to lose. And now you come out and say if AJ Green does not play, they're going to get their ass beat. Now, I hope he is right, because they're going to come out with new intensity that they already was going to have, because listen, their season's on the line, and we have come out of bye week, so I hope we back up our teammate Demarius Randall, and we come out like our hair is on fire.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
Woo! Just like that. Dangerous. We all need to feel like Baker Mayfield today, because now we have to back up the check that Demarius Randall just wrote for our team. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We have not beat the Cincinnati Bengals since November of 2014. Instagram wasn't popular back then, just in case you didn't know. That was a long time ago. Eric says confidence is good, but don't poke the bear. Seth says watch Randall have 2 picks, LOL. And Brandon says who's all back after the bye? And Lee says repping Mansfield, go Browns. I love confidence, don't get me wrong, but man, I mean, that's brash. Whoa, beat y'all's ass. Yeah. AJ Green's out, it's over.
What?
That's how I felt. Really? What?
What?
What? In the luscious words of Stone Cold, what? But let me know how you guys feel in the comment section. Are you on Demarius Randall's side? Is it too brash? Or hey, confidence is golden. That's what we need. It's the new era. We need to come out. We need to take names. Who cares about the repercussions? Just go out there. We're going to beat you. Take your name. It's a new day. We're all like Baker Mayfield, and we woke up feeling dangerous. So what? Take names. Let me know how you feel. I woke up feeling dangerous. No, I love it. I love that soundbite. I need that soundbite when I wake up every day. I need to feel dangerous. Brandon says, who else do they have? Question mark. Tyler Boyd's been playing good. They have Joe Mixon. I mean, that is a great question, but I'm not going to walk in there that confident. That's just me. I need to see a little more before I go in that confident. I mean, that is the epitome of confidence right there. But you got to have it when you play pro sports. But you're going to have to back it up. Randall is the man, says Steven. Kevin says it's golden. Rod says go Browns. I mean, this game has a lot of subplots today. A lot of subplots today. And one of the biggest subplots, as you all know and I know, your favorite man in Cleveland Browns history, Hugh. Jackson will be on the sidelines today for those Cincinnati Bengals to coach against our Cleveland Browns, making his Cincinnati debut once again as Cincinnati's special coach during special situations when things go wrong or right. I don't quite know exactly what his title is. As you can see right now, I have no clue what his title is. But you get my point. I don't know exactly what his title is. I think his title is just help us beat the Browns. I truly think that's what his title is. And if you missed it last week, I had my rant on Hugh Jackson. I won't go through that again. But this is one of the subplots today. Hugh Jackson returns to the field today to go against his former team, the Cleveland Browns. How do you feel about Hugh Jackson? How do you feel about this week? My question is, who wants to win more? Hugh Jackson or Cleveland? Going against their former coach, or does Hugh Jackson want to win going against his former players after he got his pink slip for not being able to win enough for this organization? Who wants to win more, Cleveland Browns or Hugh Jackson? Let me know in the comment section. Who do you believe wants to win more? And I want to see what you guys have to say. Brandon says Hugh. Never heard of her. Steven says Hugh. Jackson who? Kevin says Smash Mouth football today. Clay says that's bold, but I love it. Josh says we won last game. If we win today, that's 2 in a row. If we win next week, that's called a winning streak. Hey, if we win today, that's actually a winning streak. Matt says special ed. Kevin says he does not help them. Lee says he's just special. Brandon said right there is why he promised to win. Steven says I gotta watch the tape. Kevin says there is the Bengals' next head coach. Lee says Cleveland. Clay says won't matter. He still can't win a game even if it's against the Browns. Jeff says Chubb and Johnson dominate today. Matt says Cleveland. Hugh is a joke. Angelo says the Browns. Kevin says the Browns. Dwayne says Cleveland. Angelo says winning streak. Mark says Cleveland. Ebenezer says Cleveland. And Eric says Hugh's records 33-1. Not worried about Hugh. So a lot of people are saying Cleveland. Also, get your bold predictions in the comment section, please. Let me know who's going to win and why. What's your bold prediction? And who is your big dog of the game? And you know what big dogs do. That Bart gets beastier every week for some reason. Let me know who your big dog of the game is. Let me know and who's going to win and why. And give me some bold predictions. Now back to Hugh. A lot of you are saying Cleveland. Who cares about Hugh Jackson? I'm going to go Hugh on this one. Shocker, huh? Everybody saying Cleveland? I'm saying Hugh. And this is why. You went to Cincinnati to beat Cleveland. I don't care what anybody else says or you, Hugh Jackson. That's why you went to Cincinnati, okay? You went to beat Cleveland. You're being petty. Listen, I have said this before. I am the king of petty. I will be petty until I am no longer on this earth. I probably would have did the same thing Hugh Jackson did. But the difference between me and Hugh Jackson is I would have went to the podium and said it. I went to this team to beat the Cleveland Browns. That's exactly what I have would have said. All right? This game, Hugh Jackson needs to win more than the Cleveland Browns. I know that sounds preposterous because Cleveland's on the field and they're playing and they're the players and they're the ones getting hit and they're getting tackled. I understand. But let's think about it here. This man just got fired from this organization. He's going to play this team twice. He's going into that locker room, and he is telling Marvin Lewis and those players every single thing he thinks he knows about the Cleveland Browns or he knows about the Cleveland Browns. Every little secret, detail, playbook, anything that he knows about Cleveland, he's telling. What they like, what they don't like, what this player likes, what they don't like, what to do in the away locker room to get them frazzled. He is telling them because he wants to win badly today. Don't let it fool you. When he is walking on the field, shaking hands and smiling, shut up. He wants to win terribly today. It is definitely more for Hugh than Cleveland. Importantly, for him to win. You went there to beat Cleveland. Stop it. You took a special name. What is your position? Does anybody know what his title is on their coaching staff? Email me. Let me know. Message me in the comments. Send me a direct message for all I care. Somebody let me know, what is Hugh Jackson's title? Nobody knows. It's to beat the Cleveland Browns. That's his title. And I know what people are going to say. Cleveland's only 3-6-1. They're not that special. To Hugh Jackson, they're special because they fired him. That's why he wants to beat Cleveland this bad, and that's why it's more important. Now, don't get me wrong. The players want to beat him too because he left to go to their arch rivals. But the organization gave up on him. They fired him. They said, you're not good enough. And as soon as he got fired, the offense started to look better. The players were happy. He wants to win terribly bad today at 1 o'clock at home against the Cleveland Browns. That's why it is more for Hugh Jackson to win today in his special little title of I am going to help any way I can. I've never seen that before in my life. Somebody let me know what coach just gets, hey, I want to help. Just I'm here to help. I am here. Do you need a juicy cup? I am here for you. Somebody let me know. But that's why Hugh Jackson, it is more important for him to win today than the Cleveland Browns. For him. Now, Cleveland wants to win. I want Cleveland to win so I can come in here and shove it in Hugh Jackson's face. A guy I used to back up too, by the way. I used to fight for Hugh Jackson when everybody else wanted him fired. But to me, it's more important for Hugh Jackson to win this game. Because if he loses today, you was with Cleveland and you couldn't win. You couldn't win squat. And now you go to Cincinnati with all of your little sticky notes that you have on us, and you lose again. And now the Browns have a winning streak under your watch. Doesn't look good for you, buddy. That's all I'm saying. Now, after that soliloquy I just went on, let me go and see what my lovely fans are talking about because I love these guys. And let me see here. Derek says Cleveland, Baker throws 3 TDs today. Brandon says Randall. Steven says 34-17 Browns. Josh says Schobert 2 sacks on the fumble recovery. Tammy says Baker and the Browns. LA is back. LA had a birthday last week, ladies and gentlemen. I shouted him out just in case you missed it. He is back. He had a birthday last week. Happy birthday. LA is back. He says, is that bark from the dog on the Sandlot? No, it's just a random bark I found, LA. Just a random bark I found and put it into the show. Craig says, haha, my dog just barked when he heard that. Lee says Myles Garrett will wreak havoc today. Forced fumble, 3 sacks and an INT. Jeff says big dog, Chubb, 31-10. Cleveland and Baker, big dog. He's feeling dangerous. Kevin Browns win. M. Hunter says go Bengals. I'm going to need you guys to handle that in the comment section.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
Woo! Yeah! Joshua says because you couldn't win. Scott said he's clueless. Lee Howe, Brandon, Scott, everybody in the comment section. Tim says he's a water boy. Michael says, so what? Coaches go to different teams every season. Big deal. They do. But what is his title? Somebody please let me know. What's his title? What is he doing there? Please let me know, Michael. What is his title? Mark says he's the defensive coordinator. So did their defensive coordinator get fired? Who was their defensive coordinator? Did they fire him for Hugh Jackson? Steven said Juicy Cup, LOL. Bezel said Hugh's focus is on the defense. Oh, okay. So he's focusing on the defense. This is beautiful. Ben says best hire for the Bengals since Tiger Johnson. Lee says Chubb with 139 yards and 2 TDs. Joshua says, so what will you say when you lose today? Honestly. And Nick says, woo, Ric Flair, let's go Browns. Steven says Hollywood Higgins, big dog of the week. LA says, thank you, brother, no problems. And Natasha's players should just shut up and play football. All right. Thank you, everybody, for the comment section. This is going to be a good game. Browns versus Bengals, a rivalry the Browns haven't won since 2014. They have owned us. A lot of people have owned us, but they have owned us. We can't win. This game is big. Coming off the win against Atlanta, which I said we wasn't going to win. I was wrong. I was incorrect, and I'll take it. Big game for us. What are you guys looking for in this game against the Bengals on the road? Boy, we haven't won a road game in forever. It would be great to get off the schneid, ladies and gentlemen. Joshua, we got a lot of Cincinnati fans rolling through the Brown stream. That's when you know you're starting to get somewhere. Cincinnati fans are rolling in here. Michael says, go Browns from, I'm going to butcher this city, G. I'm going to butcher this city. He says, Tiddewit, Pennsylvania. I blew it. I tried. Scott Wilkes said, from Cowboy Country, go Browns. And Joe Mama Brown says, who cares about baby Huey? Joshua White says, go Brownies from Marysville, Ohio. Something I wanted to bring up today. Myles Garrett. He was talking about he wants to unseat Aaron Donald as the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. How do you guys feel about that? Aaron Donald is having a monster year, 14.5 sacks. As you've seen his monster performance he had against the Kansas City Chiefs. Garrett said he's a monster. He can play. He's strong as hell. He's got long arms, and he knows how to get to the quarterback. He says his goal is to make the Pro Bowl, still heading into Sunday. He's tied for 9th in sacks with 9. Right now, at the pace he is at, he'll have 14 sacks on the year. My prediction was for Myles Garrett to have 16 sacks. Now, when we first started this show, I don't know how many people had the first show that we watched, but there was some huge expectations for Myles Garrett. We seen 20 sacks. We seen 20.5. I think we seen like 22. I said 16. He'll be a little bit under. He'll have 14. How do you rate Myles Garrett's performance so far this year? Are you satisfied? Are you undersatisfied? Are you status quo? Is he doing what he's supposed to do? Let me know. He has lofty expectations, and I like that. That's what I like about Myles Garrett. He has lofty expectations. Let me know how you feel about Myles Garrett. I love the expectations that he has. I love him being lofty. You have to go for the best. He knows Aaron Donald and, well, he didn't mention Khalil Mack, and Khalil Mack are the best defensive players in the league. You go for that. That's what you strive for. This is his first year playing healthy. That's what you go for. I like that. Go for the best. Brandon Briggs says Baker just tweeted and he said Bengals just woke up feeling worried. Scott says dogs eat cats for lunch. Steven says Garrett needs to show up. Mark says maybe Miles gets angry today. And Mark says, not Mark. I like that sound. It's beautiful. And Clay says, are we wearing whites? Are we wearing white today? That's a good question. I haven't seen. Are we wearing white? Somebody let me know. Are we wearing white today? Somebody let me know. Are we getting the fresh whites? I like the all white on white. Michael says go Bucks and I'm out. All right, Michael in the comment section today. LA says Miles is above average this year. He's getting doubled the entire game. And Eric says 16 is more realistic. He can still get there. Just needs to have at least one more multi-sack game. I'm happy that he actually got through the Falcons game without a penalty. That's a big point right there. He is known for going offsides, jumping offsides, and actually just lining up offsides. Whenever we have an offside penalty, I look for number 95. That's something he has to work on. That is the one thing that I think he needs to work on the most, is just those ticky-tacky offside penalties that makes me want to throw up, because it's an extra 5 yards that we cannot give up. And my guy, LA, I mean, greatness right there. He says whites with the orange bottoms is what the Browns will be rocking today against Cincinnati. Thank you for that, LA. And Chris says Bengals are going to teach Mayfield a hard lesson. So we have another Houday fan in the comment section. Let me know where you guys are from. When you make your comments, let me know. Are you here in Columbus? Are you in Cleveland? Are you in Pennsylvania? Are you in Idaho? Are you in New Mexico? Are you in Los Angeles? Let me know where you're making your comments from, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me know. And are you watching on an iPad, an Android, a TV? Are you just listening from an iPad? I need to know these things because you are my fans, and I'm trying to learn more about everything Browns Nation. Chris says Bengals 30, Browns 10. That's a big gap right there. He says 30-10. Keep that energy. I like it. Keep the energy. Chris says thanks for the shout out, Corey. Ha ha. And Basil says Nick Chubb is about to run all over these Bengals. I wanted to give us some stats about this game that I think will make a difference. Passing defense for these two teams are atrocious. Just bad. Yards per game, 30th and 31st. You take your pick. It really doesn't matter. They're both 288 yards a game for Cleveland. That's 30th, and 31st is Cincinnati at 296. So here we go. Both teams are subject to giving up yards through the air. So both quarterbacks should be able to pass the ball in this game. But here we go. Somebody said Nick Chubb in the comment section, and that is where I think the Browns need to attack this Bengals defense. Cincinnati, good old Cincinnati, is last in rush defense with 153.8 yards allowed a game. I had to relook at that. I said that can't be. It is right. Feed Nick Chubb, ladies and gentlemen. Feed Nick Chubb. 153.8 yards a game. Give that man the ball. I don't care what formation it is. The I formation, the shotgun, the wishbone, the pistol. I don't care. Get that man the ball. Lewis says Cleveland's in the house. Michael says watching from iPhone at camp, one arm with my grandpa, Frank Vicola. Shout out to Michael. Multitasking. I love it. Good looking. Jeff Smith said, and they are last in points allowed. There we go. There we go. Also, Cincinnati, last and third down on defense and getting off the field. 81 for 146. That's a 55.5 percentage on third down conversions. That means the offense is converting on their third downs, ladies and gentlemen, because there's ladies and gentlemen in the comment section. 55.5%. On third downs, we have to convert. No 3 and outs. Convert the third downs. They allow it. No excuses. Let's get these third downs. This is what we have to do on the road to win games. Get the third downs. Don't punt it. We can't have Colquitt be our MVP. Get third downs. Doug says 27-21. Greg says goes who gets a juice. Reginald says Browns 35-17. Cleveland, Believeland. Reggie from Cleveland, and Cleveland needs to use Duke Johnson against Cincinnati. Natasha's watching from the iPhone, and she's barking. And Charles says, look at Cleveland's record, WTF. And Mark says from NY, lifer for Browns, we can't take the Bungles lightly. Listen. Well, Demarius Randall is, so I can't say we're not. Obviously, Demarius Randall is, and that's where I disagree with him. If you wasn't watching earlier, Demarius Randall came out and said if A.J. Green doesn't play, and I quote, the Bengals will get their ass whooped. Really? What? That's how I felt when I heard that. What? That's what Demarius Randall said if A.J. Green doesn't play. And if you haven't heard, A.J. Green's not playing today. I don't take anybody lightly, especially when we are just starting to try to get things together with a new coach and a new offensive coordinator. I don't care who is out, Demarius Randall. But hey, now you got to back it up. Back up your talk. Now, can't take anybody lightly, but that's just me. What do I know? I don't play football. I just watch it. But I seen what happened yesterday when somebody was talking all that junk. 62 points. I'm just saying. Go out there, play the football, beat them, so I can come in here and have something nice to talk about next week instead of going off on you, especially if you're getting roasted after you're talking trash. O-line has to protect Baker, says Greg. Nishan says Akron in the building. Houday, Browns dominate today, 28-21. Robert says confidence is what the Browns need. And Benjamin says, here we go, Brownies. Here we go. A lot of people feeling the Browns today. Got a couple Bengals fans. I'll take them all. You're going to have that. It's a rivalry game. We are here. Everything Browns Nation from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. We are also on YouTube. Everything Browns Nation on YouTube. Also want to give a shout out to Josh Corden. Everything Browns Nation /patreon.com. You know, he went and subscribed to there to help us out because we are trying to bring more content to you. So you also can go to subscribe there because later on today we will on our YouTube Everything Browns Nation. So Browns Nation, I cannot talk today. Thank you, Ohio State. We will be doing a watch party live play-by-play of the Browns versus Bengals, me and G. So you will see me lose my mind once again if you didn't see the Ohio State versus Michigan game. So make sure to tune into that around 1 o'clock. Browns versus Bengals. Head on to that Everything Browns Nation Facebook page. Subscribe to that, and it will also be on Facebook as well. All right. Reginald says, I'm telling everyone the Browns will win 35-17. The defense will shut the Bings down. Baker will have a wonderful game today and next week also. Shout out to Eddie. It is Eddie's birthday as well today. Shout out to Eddie Stats. If he is, I don't know if I've seen him around, but Eddie Stats' birthday is today as well. I just wanted to give that shout out. LA says, Myles Garrett, my big dog, 2 sacks with no Cordy Glenn. He is going to eat. Get those big dogs in. Get those stats in. I just lost my train of thought. That was absolutely terrible. That's what that silence was about. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I lost my train of thought right in the middle. There it is. I finally found what my train of thought was. Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon, the 2 running backs. I'm going to give you the stats that really jumped out at me. And this is why Chubb has to get the ball today. Joe Mixon, 128 attempts, 584 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's not bad, right? Chubb, 94 attempts, 579 yards. Are you kidding me? 94 attempts, 579 yards. And here's the kicker. We all know he hasn't played all year. So you're meaning to tell me he has 5 less yards? Now, I know Joe Mixon's mixed time too. But look at the average. Look at the difference in yards per carry. You have to feed Nick Chubb today. He is proving his worth. I will pound it today. Get this man the ball. He means business. He means it business. Nick Chubb, you will see him on your screen here in a little bit. You may see it now. Nick Chubb, get him the ball. Steven says Chubb for 200 yards. Eddie says big dog. Baker, 22 for 36, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns. Eddie says, thanks, Corey. Juan says big dog is Chubb. Lewis says injury report. The last thing I see on the injury report was Njoku was questionable. I believe he is going to play. I haven't heard anything else out as far as the injury front goes. Paul says Chubb is a beast. Just think all the teams that passed up on him. And Basil says big dog, Nick Chubb, and Myles Garrett. He's got 2 big dogs today. Since he can't stop the run, feed Nick Chubb. And also, don't forget about Duke Johnson out of the backfield as a receiver. And that wishbone, again, will show up. Don't forget about the wishbone. It is going to happen. That wishbone will show up today. Freddie Kitchens will bring it back out. Atlanta didn't know what to do with the wishbone. So we're going to see what's going to happen with that. Oh, yeah. Wishbone time. And I love it. Chris says biggest game since 2007. Charles says the Clowns are going down. And Reginald says everyone keeps saying Nick, but the Browns have to use Duke also against the Bengals. I agree. I'm going off the Bengals rushing defense, but I am also with you. I'm not off the Duke Johnson train. Duke Johnson needs touches, especially in the receiving game, because outside of Jarvis Landry and Hollywood Higgins, Duke Johnson is it as far as catching the ball. Njoku is hit or miss. We need to get him the ball too, but I am with you. I have not forgot about Duke Johnson. He needs the ball as well. He is as dynamic as a player as we have. He needs the ball in space. Get it to him. I don't care if it's a screen. I don't care if it's a reverse. I don't care how you get him the ball. I am totally with you. Duke Johnson needs to touch it as well. I just don't want Nick Chubb not to get the ball, especially against this Bengals rushing defense. Got to get him the ball, ladies and gentlemen. Got to. Clyde says Browns 24-21. Steven says Duke. He's getting the Duke chant out there. I love it. Keep getting those bold predictions and game predictions in the comment section. I love it. I appreciate you guys. We're winding down here. Games at 1 o'clock on CBS. Browns versus Bengals. Battle of Ohio, game 1. Hugh Jackson will be on the sidelines for the Bengals in his special capacity of focusing on the defense as coach, assistant, / moderator / whatever you want to call it. I know it sounds like I'm throwing shade, but I don't care at this point. Hugh Jackson wants to win bad. I'm telling you, he can say what he wants to say. I stick by what I say. He wants this game terribly bad. He wants to win, to stick it to the Browns for letting him go. And the Browns players want to win as well. I think this brings a little extra sauce to this game. And then Demarius Randall just bring more fire to the game by basically guaranteeing a win since AJ Green is out. Reginald says, we love you, brother. Love you guys as well. Charles says it's going to be a good game, though. Richard says, hello, all. And Eddie says, I would use Duke in third down situations, run halfback wheel. I want to use him more than third down situations, to be honest with you. I want him on the field, not just as a third down specialist. I want him on the field as a weapon. A weapon. He's more than just a third down specialty back. The man has talent and needs to be used. That's why I believe Freddie Kitchen has the wishbone out, because he wants his players on the field who can make plays, not standing on the sideline by him, because that's not helping us win the game. He needs to be on the field. Lee says don't be predictable. I agree with that. This is the game. If we want to break the streak of not being able to win on the road, this is the kind of things that we have to do. We're going into a hostile environment. It's not going to be easy. These are the things we have to do to win the game. Atlanta was a nice win. It's over. On to the next game. If we want to be taken seriously, this is a game we have to win. We have to show teams this is not the same old Cleveland. This isn't one win and then loss. Let's string 2 in a row. Show teams, hey, watch out now. Don't take us so lightly. We're not the team to take lightly. Everybody takes us as a joke. I understand it. I get it. But this is a game I feel we have to win. It's a winnable game. The Bengals are 5-5. They're not 8-2, 7-3. They're 5-5. They've lost 2 in a row. AJ Green is out. That's huge. I'm not going the Demarius Randall out route, but it's a huge game. Steven says Duke should be on kick returns. At least punt returns. Kick returns, you really don't get to kick it that much. So you don't even get to return it. It's always going in the end zone. I can understand that. But I don't see why not punt returns. I don't see why not. Get your playmakers on the field. Reginald says Duke will kill them on first down. I mean, I believe it. And I love it. I really want to win this game. I really do, because I want this win streak. I want to put 2 in a row. It really changes the morale in the locker room, around the organization. First of all, winning on the road. Secondly, beating the Bengals, which you haven't done since 2014, and thirdly, beating Hugh Jackson, who just left your team to go to the Bengals to beat you. That's the three reasons why I really think this is a huge game and would be a great win for us and our fan base. Just think about it. Beating the team up north and then beating the Bengals. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I wouldn't know. I may go crazy. I don't know what I would do with myself. If they pull this win out, I would not know what to do. Basil says, I have a feeling about this Browns that I had in the late 80s. And Chris says the Browns do have a chance. They've been rebuilding for 20 years after all. That's a good one. I give you that. But hey, once you get your quarterback, the rebuilding stops. And they've got their quarterback. They've got Baker Mayfield. I think he's feeling dangerous. You're not going to hear it right now, but you'll hear it before this game is over, before this show is over. He's feeling dangerous. Speaking of Baker Mayfield, he can be the first quarterback since Brian Hoyer, week 9 and week 10, 2014, back-to-back wins, beat Tampa Bay. And who was the team he beat on the second back-to-back? The Cincinnati Bengals on the road. That's just a little nugget for you guys to be thinking about when you're watching this game. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Just wanted to throw that out there. Just wanted to throw that out there. Eddie says, big dog. Baker Mayfield, 22 for 34, 246, 2 TDs, 0 INTs. And Chris says, touche, Corey, touche. I'm just saying, I like it. I mean, I like it, man. The back and forth is beautiful. This is what we do. I mean, hey, we finally got a quarterback. I mean, we've been going for quarterbacks for years. Dorsey's finally got it right. You can see it on the field. He's going to make his mistakes. We all understand it. But it's just a new feeling. You feel it when he is on the field. He's just got that moxie, that character. I mean, he messes up and he doesn't even care. He's like, all right, I'm going to go back out there and I'm going to do my thing. Here we go. Let's get it. Goldie Marks, we got another Who Dey in here. She says, go Bengals. Hey, it is what it is. That means we're spreading out to the masses, everything Brown Nation. I love it. I love it. Reginald says they will win today, not a chance, but a win, and they will provide protection for Baker and Lange, and we'll have a beautiful game. Keep getting those bold predictions in there. I'm going to give you my bold prediction. I'm going to give you my big dog, and I'm going to give you who wins. That's coming up. Now, last time I did this, I picked Atlanta, and I was wrong. And I came on here, and I gave myself the business. That's right, Steven. Dorsey was in Columbus yesterday watching that beat down that we gave the team up north. And I love it. Zataria says Jarvis and Callaway will each get a TD today. That sounds great. Sign me up. Callaway, man, I would love for him to show up today. We need a Callaway sighting. Put an ABP out for him. Where has he been? Where are you at, Antonio Callaway? We need you to step up today. Please. Where are you, Antonio Callaway? Where are you? Where are you at? Somebody tell me. Where is he? Basil says Browns 38, Bungles 20. I like it. Eddie says Ward will be a beast because AJ is out, so he will probably cross over. Steven says Ryan Day maybe. Well, Baker Mayfield, Cleveland Browns, big dogs of the week. Baker's feeling dangerous. I'm feeling dangerous. Time to give you my bold prediction. Who's going to win? All that great stuff. And my big dog of the week. I'm going to start with my big dog of the week. I haven't picked him in a while. He's been kind of quiet, but I'm going back to him. I think it's time for him to have a game. My big dog of the week is going to bless him himself, Mr. Jarvis Landry. They call him Juice. They call him Bless him, but his mama calls him Jarvis. So I'm going to call him Jarvis because I don't want to disrespect his mama. Jarvis Landry is my big dog of the game. I think I said week. I meant game. My bad. But y'all know what I meant by now. My big dog of the game goes to Jarvis Landry. Y'all know what big dogs do. And that bark just got deeper every time. Jarvis Landry today. Cincinnati's not good against the pass. I think it's time for him to have a good game. Now, my numbers aren't going to be astronomical. They're going to be Jarvis Landry numbers. But it's time for him to have a good game. It's time for him to make a stamp for the Cleveland Browns this game against Cincinnati on the road, looking for a 2-game winning streak. I got Jarvis. I mean, like I said, they're not astronomical numbers. This isn't a bold prediction. This is just my big dog. I got Jarvis Landry, 8 catches, 97 yards, and 1 touchdown. Those are Jarvis Landry numbers. He hasn't had a game like that in a while. I'm going for Jarvis, 8, 97, and 1. That's my big dog of the game, Jarvis Landry. Do your thing. Make me look good. Please make me look good. Please, 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 please. All right, now my bold prediction. My bold prediction. Denzel Ward, I'm going as my bold prediction. He is going to force 3 turnovers today, 2 interceptions, and a forced fumble for my guy, Denzel Ward. 3 turnovers, and that's bold. He's capable of doing it. That's my bold prediction. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Probably not. I'm probably more dramatic than it needs to be. But that is okay. Who am I picking today? Let's see. Now, usually, when I go against the Browns, they win. I picked the Browns to win against the Jets. They won. Against the Ravens, I picked them to lose. They won. Against the Falcons, I picked them to lose. They won. But this game right here, I'm just going to go with what I think is going to happen. I think the Browns go into Cincinnati. I think they go in with the mind frame of, listen, we can't make Randall look bad because he has called them out. They're going to go in there, see their old coach, and they're going to go, hey, we want to, as Shannon Sharp would say, hold this hot L. They want you to hold this L. I think Cleveland goes in there feeling dangerous with Baker Mayfield.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
I like it. I think they go in there. I think they get the victory. I think the Browns win 27-21. It's not going to be a blowout, nothing like that. I think they win 27-21. They get their first 2-game winning streak in forever. They beat the Bengals since 2014. Like I said, big dog Jarvis Landry. I think Baker Mayfield, he throws for about 270 yards. Nick Chubb goes for over 100 again with a touchdown. The Browns win 27-21, 2-game winning streak. I come back in here next week happy. And also, you can catch me play-by-play with my man G. Everything Browns Nation YouTube. Make sure you go over there, subscribe. You can catch it on there. It will be on Facebook as well. You can catch my live reactions. Sometimes I go crazy. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. But, hey, you can catch us at 1 o'clock, play-by-play. Everything Browns Nation, watch party. Make sure you subscribe to the Facebook page. We'll also be on Facebook Live. Hopefully, I see you there. If not, I'll see you next week, 11 o'clock to 12. Everything Browns Nation. Good show, says Chris. Lewis, Joel, LA. Here we go. One more thing. LA says, how's no one talking about the starting L team being out? I think someone did in the comments, LA. It probably was you. Saying Myles Garrett's going to have a big game because he is being out. It is huge, LA. He's out. Lee says, sounds good to me. Browns win. Great show, Corey. It is huge, LA. Lewis says Bengals have a lot of players out today. Laura says she'll be here. Play-by-play. Let's go. 1 o'clock. Everything Browns Nation. Happy birthday, Eddie. Happy post-birthday, LA, last week. I can't talk no more. My voice. I see y'all. Everything Browns Nation. Let's go. Ah.